to do, we are going to test the conductivity. Okay, we are going to test the conductivity of electricity through liquid. We had seen through solid, through the wires, the circuit, yes or no? Now we are going to find out whether electricity is moving through the liquid or not. Is it clear? So this is what activity that we are going to do. Yes, beta. One para you will read and then I will explain. Is it clear?
Yes.
Or no,
Okay, ma'am.
otherwise you can read the whole thing, no problem. This is activity, so we will read the complete. But be fast.
Yes.
Okay, beta?
Okay, ma'am.
Liquids which contain salt dissolved in them conduct electricity. The conduction of electricity through a liquid can be tested using two electrodes and a bulb.
Okay,
But the
just a moment.
conduction of
Just a moment, beta. Okay. Now here, these are the electrodes. What are these, beta? These are the electrodes.
electron.
And there is going to be a beaker in which you have got the liquid. Is it clear now? So that you will have an idea what are we doing. You got it now? So these
Yes.
are electrodes. This is battery. Got it? This is battery. I hope you know that. Yes? This is the
Yes.
activity that we are going to do. So you have the liquid which has got salt, which has got bit of salt dissolved in them. So it will conduct electricity. So how you can conduct electricity? Until as the bulb glow, you make a circuit and the bulb glow, we will not come to know whether it is conducting electricity or not. So what should be there? Bulb. What is the main thing, beta? Bulb. If the
Bulb.
bulb glows, that means the liquid is conducting electricity. All of you agree with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, beta. Fine. Next para.
But the conduction of electricity through the liquids which are poor conductor cannot be tested, but conduction of electricity through such liquids can be tested using LED or magnetic compass needle.
What are they saying? That if at all the liquid is poor conductor, yes, that means the bulb will not blow because bulb can only detect strong current, isn't it? So what we should use instead of bulb, what we should use? We will use LED or magnetic compass needle. All of you understood? Because LED
Yes.
and magnetic compass needle can detect weak current also. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Yes, but start. Continue.
Ma'am, Shifa was reading. She left. So can I continue?
Yeah. Continue and be fast. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. For this, you need a compass needle, an empty matchbox, two electric cells, some wires, a plastic bottle cap, and the liquid which is to be tested. Keep the compass needle inside the empty tray of matchbox and wrap a couple of rubber bands around it. Connect the wires to the battery and insert two wires in the liquid which is kept in the plastic bottle cap. You will observe that when the current flows through the wire, there is reflection in the compass needle. This shows that the given liquid conducts electricity. In fact, magnetic compass needles can detect even feeble current. LED can also be used in place of compass needle.
Okay. So this is the activity. I think whatever you read, I hope you understood. What we have to take? We have to take a compass needle. Can you just see this with the compass needle? Then we have to put it in an
Yes.
empty matchbox, and then you have to tie it with a rubber band. Is it clear?
Yes.
Then we have to have two electric cells to make a battery. We have to have wires. Yes. Yes or no? And
Yes.
a bottle cap. Now here I will put a bottle cap in which we have put some liquid. Is it clear? Which has to be tested. So this has to be tested whether it conducts electricity or not. Any problem? Any problem, beta?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now I will put on the circuit. I will switch on the circuit. What will I get? I will get this needle will deflect, isn't it? If this needle deflects from here to here, that means the liquid is a conductor of electricity. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
That's all. So what are we using? Either we are using magnetic compass or we will use, what we will use better?
LED.
LED. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Any problem regarding this activity better? This was all about the practical, the experiment. This is all about it, about this experiment. Do you have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any
No,
doubts?
ma'am.
Fine. Yes, continue.
Salts
Salts
dissolved in water.
dissolved in water are responsible for conduction of electricity through water. Tap water, acid solutions, basic solutions, etc. are good conductors of electricity. Distilled water is poor conductor of electricity because in no salt is present in distilled water.
Okay. Now we are talking about salts. Salts is a must. Salt is a must in water for conduction of electricity. For example, let's take tap water. It has got salt. Acid solution, it has got salt. Basic solution. All of them are good conductors of electricity. Now, if you take an example of distilled water, which we generally use for injection, for injection, the doctors are using the distilled water, pure water, which does not have any minerals in it. Is it clear? When it does not have any minerals in it, that means that they are not good conductor of electricity. Agree?
Yes.
All of you? So, to have the conduction of electricity, what water should have? It should have minerals. Yes or no? It should have salts. Any problem? Any
No, ma'am.
problem? So any liquid which has got salt, any solution which has got salt, salt means minerals, will conduct electricity because it's going to break into ions. Okay? And ions move. So you know what is current? Current is electrons which move, the free electrons, which are bound will not conduct electricity. The one which were free in the ionic form, they will conduct electricity. Now we will test the electrical conductivity of liquids. Please.
Test electrical conductivity of liquids. Place the two aluminum plates into the liquid tested. If the bulb lights up, a closed circuit is formed, allowing current to flow through it. The liquid is a conductor of electricity.
Fine. Thank you, Vita. What had happened, Vita? You had left earlier. Problem? Network? Okay, fine. I actually wanted you to continue because you started in between and then Delisa also got, so I thought that let Delisa continue and then you can take up the charge in the next slide. Good that you did. Okay, now what we'll do, Vita? We'll take two aluminum plates. Now these are aluminum plates. Is it clear? These are aluminum plates. Okay, and then we will put it in the liquid tested. The liquid which we are going to test will dip this aluminum plate in that liquid. When we do that, okay, when we do this, this is the bulb. It starts glowing. If it glows, that means it is a circuit. Can you see this? The circuit is made. That means the current is flowing. You agree?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So that means the liquid in which it was dipped is a good conductor of electricity. That also you agree?
Yes.
Now we'll see what are the chemical changes due to electric current. Okay, start.
Chemical changes due to electric current. When electric current is passed through solutions, you might notice bubbles of gases. This is due to the occurrence of chemical change in the color of solution, precipitation, and change in temperature of solution can also be observed because of chemical reactions.
Okay, beta. Thank you. Now we'll see one by one the chemical changes due to electric current. Whenever electric current is passing through the circuit, but right now we are talking about what we are interested in, beta, not solid but liquid. Is it clear? Solid we have already done, the circuit, isn't it? Now we are concerned with liquid. Is it clear? That is solution, isn't it? So what you will see bubbles of gases. First thing what you will see, bubbles of gases. That means there's a chemical change. Agree? Girls, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
So why these bubbles are coming? That means there's some chemical reaction taking place in the solution, right? Yes, beta? Or sometimes the color of the solution changes. Sometimes insoluble precipitation takes place, and in other there is a change in temperature. Now, all these things suggest that there is a chemical reaction in the solution. First is bubbles of gases. Second is color changes. Third is precipitation occur. Fourth is the the beaker or the container becomes warm, hot, or cold. That means there's a change in temperature. Now, all these are suggestive of chemical reaction taking place in the tested solution. Any problem? Girls, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
All of you understood?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Better you understood better the one who read.
Yes,
What's your name? What's your name?
Shifa, Shifa Dabani.
Shifa. Fine. Shifa, did you understand better? Well, you were reading it, so that's why I'm asking you.
Yes,
Huh? You understood? Any problem you can ask me right now. Now we'll see this activity here. Let's take the first one. Okay. Now can you tell me what is this? This is potato bitter. What is this? This is potato. Yes, potato. It is potato. It's got minerals in it. It has got water also. Yes or no? When you squeeze it, you get lot of water. Yes, bitter. You put this electrodes over here. You just dip it here. You can see the fluctuation of the compass, showing that potato is a conductor of electricity. Is it clear? You can do it at home also. Okay? Make a circuit like this, simple circuit. Now, over here is another circuit. These are electrodes. What are these, beta? These are electrodes. Yeah, positive and negative electrodes. And you are putting it in a sort of solution. Let's say this is a battery. What we'll see? These are the, see, you can see the bubbles. You see these bubbles, beta? These are all bubbles.
yes,
That means gas is produced. There's a chemical reaction. Understood? Go for the third one. This is how you can see the circuit. The color changes. Can you see this? Can you see this? This is lemon juice. Okay? The color changes of the lemon juice. Hope you have understood.
Yes.
yes,
This is called circuit. Can you see this circuit better? What are these in circuit? This is the battery. This is the bulb. These are the conducting wires. Can you see these wires better? To make the
Yes.
circuit. And these are the electrodes which is dipped in the solution. Can you see this electrodes better? Which is dipped in the what is this solution?
Yes.
Tested solution. What you will write better? Tested solution. Is it clear? Yes. Which we are
Yes, ma'am.
testing, isn't it? Okay. This is called circuit diagram. So be careful. Okay. Now we know this I am taking it up with. Okay. So I will explain you one by one. Now we know that some liquids are good conductors of electricity, that means the light glows, and some are poor conductor of electricity, that the light or the bulb does not glow. The good conductors of electricity are, as we know, tap water, salt solution. What is salt solution, beta? The table salt. What is table salt? Sodium chloride. Say with me, beta.
Sodium
Sodium
chloride.
chloride. NaCl. Say
Sodium chloride.
that we eat. Yeah, we are eating every day. That is NaCl or table salt. What is the other name, beta?
Table.
Table salt. I'm giving you all synonyms, so you can recollect it very fast. Fine. Now, next one is acid. Which acid are we talking about? Hydrochloric acid. What is in our stomach, beta? Hydrochloric acid. What we have in our stomach, I taught you in digestion, remember?
Yes.
Do you remember what I taught you in digestion? Which acid do we have in our stomach, beta? Acid. HCl, hydrochloric acid. Yes, it is pale yellow in color. जिसको हम तेजाब बोलते हैं. In Hindi, what we call it as तेजाब. As a toilet cleaner, yeah, as a toilet cleaner, yes. Acids are used for cleaning toilets, yes. So this is what we have in our stomach. Okay. Then the next one will be base. So we know acid, we know base. Which is the base? Sodium hydroxide. How does it symbolizes NaOH? Say with me, beta. NaOH. N is sodium and OH is hydroxide. Is it clear? This much have you understood?
Yes.
Yes.
So what we observe that whenever we make solutions of acid, that is hydrochloric acid, bases, that is sodium hydroxide, and salts, that is salt solution, all of them conduct electricity. Is this clear?
Yes.
What conducts electricity, beta? Salt solution, acid solution, and basic solution. Any problem?
No.
All of you understood? 8th standard girls.
Yes.
If at all you any silly doubt will do better. But don't take your doubt home. You are at home, I know, but home is in your mind. It may be unimportant, does not matter, but if it comes, if it arises in your brain, if it arises in your mind, please ask. Don't keep on saying yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. Is it clear? You can question me. You can ask me many times if at all it's not understandable. Am I clear?
Yes.
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 Now, what are the poor conductors of electricity then? I have already told you. Distilled water, kerosene, spirit. You know what is spirit? That spirit lamp we use is a type of alcohol. Spirit is methanol. It is alcohol. We use it in spirit lamp to burn. Yes, we heat our test tubes on the spirit lamp. We keep a beaker on a spirit lamp. Remember that? Yes? This is how it looks like. I will show you. This is how it looks like. See, this is a spirit lamp. Remember? And then we put a test tube like this to heat it up. Girls, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now let's see this picture. What you can suggest on the left hand side, Vita? Can you see what has been shown in the left hand side? There are two pictures. I want you to work on this one. What can you see? One is glowing, the other one is not glowing. What does that suggest? That this one is good conductor of electricity and this one is bad conductor of electricity. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Yes? Okay. Let's take how to make a circuit over here. So this is a burner. Can you see this over here? It's a burner. This is a burner. Instead, we can use the spirit lamp also. Now, this is a solution of sodium chloride. Can you see this? This is the solution of, you can see this liquid inside. It is sodium chloride, NaCl. What is it, beta? NaCl, solution of NaCl. Now, what are these? These are electrodes. What are these? Electrodes. rods, which is immersed in the solution, and we have made a circuit. See how this circuit works. See, fine. Now here we have used this conducting wires connected with the bulb, then starts glowing. This again connects with the battery with the positive and negative. Yes, you understood? And again there's a conducting wire to the other end. So the circuit is made. If the bulb glows, obviously the bulb will glow because this is salt solution. What do you say? Bulb has to glow, isn't it? Why? Because it is a salt solution.
Solution.
So it has to glow, isn't it? That means we have made a circuit showing that salt solution is a good conductor of electricity. Any problem? Is there
No,
any
ma'am.
problem? Now we'll see chemical effects of electric current. What are the chemical effects of electric current? Yes, beta, read.
When electric current is passed through certain liquids or solutions that conduct electricity, chemical changes occur. This is called the chemical effect of electric current.
This is what we learned just now. That whenever we are passing electricity through a circuit, yes or no, through a solution, a chemical change occur, which is known as chemical effect of electrical. Now, what are these chemical changes? Can you suggest better? One is, can you tell me what are the chemical changes? One is, beta, please say.
What, ma'am?
I just asked you what are the chemical changes. First one is what? Bubbles of gases. I don't know why you keep mum. I don't understand. Just taught you, still you are silent. I fail to understand. First one is bubble of gases, second is change in color, third is precipitation formation, and fourth is change in temperature. This is what I wanted to ask you. You don't understand my question? Girls, hello?
Ma'am.
Do you understand my question?
No, ma'am.
Hello? Huh?
No,
What you
ma'am.
said? You did not understand my question.
Yes.
Why? I said that when electricity is passing through a solution, what changes occur? And that change is called chemical change. So I told you, define the chemical
Yes.
change. In what way you can say that this is a chemical change? Just now I told you, formation of bubbles, change of color. Didn't I teach you all these things earlier?
Yes,
Hello?
ma'am. Yes.
Why you did not
Yes,
understand the
ma'am.
question? I failed to understand that. That is what I'm saying. Okay, now you understood? What are the chemical changes, beta? So whenever
Yes.
electricity is passing through a solution, there is a chemical change. A chemical reaction takes place, and we will say that it is the chemical effect of electric current. And what are the chemical effect of electric current? We just now said that it is bubbles, evolution of bubbles, change in color, formation of PPT, and change in temperature of the solution. And that's it. Is it understandable?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll see one by one the chemical effects of electric current. Yes, read.
Chemical effects of electric current. When electric current is passed through a conducting solution, some chemical reaction takes place.
Okay, let's see what
Example,
is the first one. And be fast.
when electric current is passed through water, ma'am, what is this?
Dissociates. Dissociates.
Dissociates into hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen is deposited over negative pole and oxygen is deposited over positive pole. Deposition of hydrogen and oxygen at different poles is visible in the form of bubbles.
Just a moment, beta. Now, what is water? H2O. Agree? What is
Yes.
water? H2O. What is H? H plus and O minus. You agree? This is the
Yes.
dissociation. What is this? Dissociation. It broke into S plus and O minus. And in the solution, there are two electrodes. You agree? In the solution, there are two electrodes. Yes or no? This is positive and this
Yes.
is minus. Yes or no? So where this hydrogen plus will go, it will go to minus. Where this oxygen minus will go, it will go to plus. Do you understand? Because it
Yes.
will go to the opposite electrode, no? Because it attracts, the opposite poles attracts, you know that. So what will happen? The oxygen is deposited over positive pole. So oxygen will come to positive pole, this one. There, what will deposit? Oxygen. And the negative pole, what will deposit? Hydrogen. Because hydrogen is positive. So it will go to the negative pole. You understood? And that will be shown in the form of bubbles. Any problem? So bubbles that you see on positive is of oxygen. What you see on negative is of hydrogen. Any problem?
No,
Any
ma'am.
problem, Peter? Second.
When electric current is passed through the solution of a metal salt, such as solution of copper sulfate, metal gets deposited at the negative pole because metal is positively charged.
Okay. Now let's see copper sulfate. CuSO4. The copper is positive and sulfate is negative. Okay. So where this copper will go? To the negative pole. Where it will go, beta? Negative pole. So copper will be deposited at the negative pole. All of you understood? Because it is positive. Copper is positive, so it will go to the negative pole. Any problem? Any
No, ma'am.
problem?
No, ma'am.
Fine. Next.
Sometimes the color of solution also changes when electric current passes through it.
Sometimes what happens? The color of solution changes. We know that when electric current passes through it. So all this bubble formation, change of color, all this suggests that chemical effects of electric current. And whatever the type of solution that you will take shows either the presence of bubbles or the change of color or the change of temperature, a change in temperature, sorry, or PPT formation, that is precipitate formation. It all depends upon the type of solution that you are testing. Any problem so far regarding this slide, Beta? Any problem regarding this slide? You just saw the
No,
chemical
ma'am.
effects of the electricity. Okay. Now, what are the chemical effects of electric current? Whenever we are passing this electric current through any solution, that is conducting solution, we get some chemical reaction. So that becomes the chemical effect of electric current. What are they? Again, it's the same thing. You get formation of gas bubbles. What you get, beta? Where you get the gas bubbles? Electrodes. What did I say, beta? Electrodes. So you're getting
Electrode.
gas bubbles and electrodes. And obviously, just now we saw that copper gets deposited at the electrode. So deposit of metal where? On the electrodes. Agree?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. And the third one is change in color. Agree again? Hello?
Yes.
Agree? Okay. See over here. These are the electrodes. What are they, beta? These are the electrodes. Is it clear? The one which is positive is called as anode. Stay with me. Hello. One which is
Yes, ma'am.
positive is called as anode. What it is called, beta?
Anode,
Anode. One which is negative
Oh,
is called as cathode. What it is called?
cathode,
Say positive. Say
anode,
positive.
oh,
Anode. Very good. Negative.
cathode,
cathode.
Good. One thing you have understood. Now the solution that we are testing is known as electrolyte. What it is known, beta?
electrolyte.
It could be salt solution, acid solution, or basic solution. You agree?
Yes.
Yes. So all the solution are called as electrolyte. Okay, now let's come over here. It is connected with the power supply. Is this clear? So this is positive, this is connected with positive, this is negative, this is connected with negative. Where the current will flow? From negative to positive. Is it clear?
Yes.
That is electrons. Fine, good. So this much you have understood. Now look over here. Can you see this bubbles? Can you see these bubbles?
Yes.
Now cathode is negative. Yes? So what will deposit?
Positive.
Anode is positive. What will
Yes.
deposit?
Negative.
This much is clear.
Yes.
Usually on cathode, on anode, what will, on cathode that is negative, what will deposit? Metals. What will deposit, beta?
Metals.
Got it now? Because they are positive. Cu plus, copper plus. So copper will deposit on cathode. Any problem?
No, ma'am.
Any problem, beta?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Fine. What is electrical conductivity? Please read.
Electrical conductivity. Electrical conductivity is the ability of a substance to allow the flow of electric current. A substance may have a good conductivity irrespective of whether it is a solid or liquid. A liquid with a good conductivity is called an electrolyte, and the one which is
Incapable.
incapable of conducting electricity is called a non-electrolyte.
Fine. So far what we have learned, solid. So electrical conductivity is what? It is giving the allowance, it's giving the permission for the flow of electric current or the flow of electrons. Am I right? Either I say electricity or I say electric current or I say electrons. Am I right? Hello?
Yes,
Sister,
ma'am.
give me answer. Am I right or wrong?
Ye-
Am I right or wrong?
Yes.
I said electricity, then I said electric current, then I said electrons. Is it all same? Yes, isn't it?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
So substance which have a good conductivity, whether it is solid or liquid, will allow the current to pass. So one, a liquid. Now we are talking about liquid. We have left the solid. Now liquid which is allowing the electricity to pass, they are called as electrolyte. What are they called as? What are they called as? The liquid which is passing the electricity is called as electrolyte. And the one which is not passing the electricity is called as non-electrolyte. Any problem? Hello, any problem?
No, ma'am.
No,
All of
ma'am.
you understood better? 8th standard?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Now we will see electrolytes and non-electrolytes. Now what is electrolyte? Tap water, which allows you can electrolyte is conductor. What are the electrolyte beta? Conductor, but liquid conductor. Sulfuric acid, nitric acid, HCl, hydrochloric acid, and common salt solution. We know about it. Let's see which are the non-electrolytes, the non-conductors, the non-liquid conductor. They're distilled water, sugar solution, spirit, acetone, these are all alcohol and benzene. So they don't conduct electricity at all. Is it clear? Is it clear, beta?
Ye-
Yes,
yes,
ma'am.
You
ma'am.
have to just mug it up, you have to just learn it by heart. Now we'll see what is actually the electrical conductivity of water. Please read it.
Electri- water that is not in the pure form becomes a good conductor of electricity because of the presence of impurities. It is always advised that while handling electrical appliances, we should ensure that our hands and feet are not wet so that electric current does not pass through our body and we do not get an electric shock.
You understood now? Why do we always say that always be away from water? Whenever you're working with electricity, your hands should be dry. You just wash your hand and you try to touch any electrical gadgets, you will get a current. Have you ever observed that? Anytime you get the shivers of current, anytime, if at all you're operating with the electrical gadgets.
Yes.
Okay, so you have to be careful. That means you have your hands were wet, maybe, or your feet must be in contact with water because we are good conductor of electricity. We conduct electricity. That's why the electricity can go inside our body and it can kill us. You understand? So we have to be very, very careful while handling electrical appliances that our hands and feet should not be wet so that electricity will not pass to our body. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And we will not be electrocuted. Why? Because water is not pure. Whatever we are drinking is also not pure. Remember, because it has got certain minerals. And it should be, because our body needs minerals, isn't it? So there are certain impurities in the water in the form of salt. And that salt is conducting the electricity through water. Any problem, tell me. Girls, any problem?
No,
Yes,
ma'am.
so here you can see, water is broken into H plus and OH minus because we know 1 plus 1 is 2. How many hydrogen beta? 2 hydrogen. How many oxygen? 1 oxygen. So what it will become? H2O. Is it clear? 1,
Yes.
2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. Can you see this? 2 hydrogen, this one and this one, 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. Any problem to understand? And the bulb will start glowing. Okay? Okay, beta. Now you can see this. This is water. Can you see this water? And what is this? This is a spark, lightning. Electricity is flowing through because it is a good conductor of electricity. The same thing I'm trying to show you that this is tap water and this is distilled water. So tap water is good conductor and distilled water is bad conductor of electricity. Any problem? Any problem, beta?
No, ma'am.
Girls, any problem? Yes, please read. Is the time up, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, is the time up? Good, I think we did 10 slides. And please ask all of your friends to be present because otherwise, see, I think you have learned lots of things today. Don't you find it easy? For those people who were absent, will find it very difficult to understand. What do you say?
Yeah, ma'am. Now